Good evening, friends. Welcome back to the session resume preparation. So today we are going to discuss about how to tailor your resume, how to customize it, what are the important keywords we need to tailor it. Okay. So first we will start with the agenda. So first we are going to discuss how to tailor your resume. Okay, why we need to tailor that resume and what is the job description, how to understand the job description. From there, what we have to take, everything we are going to discuss in this session. And then also identifying your relevant skills and experiences, using keywords effectively, and customizing the resume layout and how to tailor the cover letters. Okay, so resume is one part in the sense, cover letter is another part. So we are going to discuss about how to tailor that cover letter. And finally, we are going with the tips and tricks and some best practices we are going to discuss in this session. First, why tailor your resume? So before entering into the resume, what is resume? Okay, so as the hiring manager, he wants to know about you, he or she, anyone wants to know about you, who's this and where he's coming from, what kind of experience is having, or whether he's a fresher. So what kind of skills he know. He want to know these things from your end in the sense that is the document we are calling it as resume. So this is your first impression. So we know the term. First impression is the best impression. So we need to give that best impression with this document. So we are going to discuss why we need to tailor this resume. First thing, visibility and relevance. So what you are and who you are. So if I want to convey this to my hiring manager, this is the document I need to prepare. So if I'm going to prepare this document, okay, I want to prepare this document. I need to be more careful and it should be more attractive. Okay. So, for example, what kind of skills you are having? Okay, what kind of experience you are having? What are the achievements you are having? So, you should mention those things in this particular document. We are calling it as resume. So alignment with job and culture. So if you are searching for Indian-based job, it will be have a different culture. And if you are working for the abroad-based job, it will be like a different culture. So based on the job culture, we have to tailor that resume. Okay, so if you are preparing a resume for Indian-based company, I'm using that same resume for abroad-based company in the sense it won't be that much uh, it won't be that much attractive and it won't be that much capability to attract the hiring manager. So based on the respective company culture or job culture or based on job description, you need to tailor your resume. Then interview chances. So nowadays we are having so much of vacancies and most of the hiring managers are expecting some relevant skill which is related to that particular job role. Okay, so we have multiple interview chances. So based on this document only, we can get that interview chance. So we should tailor your resume to attract that hiring manager in the first impression itself. Okay, so that is what. So for one role, we are having thousands and thousands of applications. Okay, so in that thousands of application, I want to be a first applicant in the sense there is so much of competitiveness is there. Okay, so we have to mentioning all the objective and all the skills, all the experiences, achievements, everything is fine. The same thing that another applicant is also going to do. But what is the unique thing we are having? Okay, what is the unique way we are representing our resume? That should be very important. Okay, so understanding the job description. So job description, we are commonly called it as JD. Okay, so for that particular job role, okay, it may be a data analyst, okay, or data scientist or data engineering job role. So whatever it is, everything they will mention in their job description. So if you are going to tailor your resume, okay, if you are going to customize your resume, it should be based on that job description. Okay, so what kind of skill sets they are expecting? What is your roles and responsibility? You can get it from this job description. So that is what key skills identification. So you know about Python, you know about Power BI, Tableau, Advanced Excel, and Click. Everything is there. But that particular ABC company is preferring Power BI in the sense you should highlight that Power BI and what are the unique things you all the things, what are the unique things you all know about from that Power BI, you should highlight it. Okay, so other than that, we are having few more skills like Tableau, I know, and the Google Looker Studio, I know, means it should be a secondary thing. Okay, the first priority goes to Power BI because in that job description, they are preferring this particular tool only. Okay, so we can get some key skills from that job description. Okay, so what is essential and desirable skills we are having, the qualifications. So we are having multiple qualification. I know about data engineering concepts. I know about data science concepts. So that job description is fully about data analyst and this. Those things you need to, that essential things you need to mention. Okay, what the X plus things we are having, but what is the important thing that you have to mention from the job description. Okay, and then adopting the language, job language. Okay, so for example, if you are going to apply for the abroad based company, comparing with other languages like Tamil, Hindi, or whatever the Malayalam, so English is more important because abroad is it's a US based companies, right? So they are preferring English. So you have to adopt that language. I'm not familiar with that. Okay, I'm familiar with Hindi. I'm familiar with Tamil. I'm not that much aware of English. Or I'm aware of English. The job description they have mentioned about Hindi means you need to adopt that languages. So without that language skill, we cannot crack that interview. So these things we can get it from the job description. Okay, and interview insights also. What kind of questions they are going to ask. So we will get some kind of idea from this job description. Okay, so what are the relevant skills and experiences we have to identify? Okay, so we are having so many projects. Okay, we are worked on so many projects. I'm having lots and lots of skill sets, but that particular job description is all about Python, Power BI, okay, and few much of advanced Excel, that is Excel related formulas. So you are having a deep learning concepts, machine learning concepts. This is all about for data analyst job role means you have to mention that particular skill sets as a prior. Okay, as a prioritized one. Okay, in the secondary we can add some secondary skills like machine learning, deep learning, AI based modules. I know, so you can mention that in the secondary way. Okay, so you can see some key points here, matching your skill sets and highlight your achievements. Okay, so in your previous company, you're a star award, you are having a quarterly awards, and you have completed the project within 1 month. So these kind of achievements will be there means you need to highlight those things. Okay, so these are the few catchy things we can impress that hiring manager using this resume things. Okay, resume points, and then prioritize your content. So that is what I have mentioned from job description. What are the skill sets is very prioritized. We need to mention that skills here. Okay. The secondary one, we can take that machine learning, advanced, that is artificial intelligence. These things we can go with. So based on the job description, we can mention that prioritized content. And then if you are having any projects related to that particular company, for example, okay, so previously you have worked on a project which is related to healthcare, and now you are applying for the healthcare related company means you have to prioritize that particular project in the first. Okay, so you can go with the chronological order, but if you are highlighting that particular project means the hiring manager will get more interest from that project things. Okay, and updating regularly. So if you are preparing one resume and you are applying for a job role, and the next job role I'm applying means you should not use that same resume. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to change. You have to check with the what are the job in job description, what are the new skill sets they have mentioned, what are the experiences they are expecting. So what are the projects they are expecting? If it is having in your experiences, you can highlight that, and it should be updated in the monthly basis or for each and every interviews. Okay. So what are the keywords? Okay. I'm having so much of skill sets, and what are the keywords I need to mention effectively? So these things you can get it from your JD itself. Okay. And if you are mentioning some unknown skills. Okay. For example, I'm not aware of PyTorch or I'm not aware of TensorFlow, but in that job description, they have mentioned about PyTorch and TensorFlow means you can highlight it. You can mention it in your resume. But before entering into the interview call, you should be prepared. You should be thorough on those skill sets. Okay. And you have to mention the relevant keywords. Okay. If you are applying for the design based or developer based role, so what are the important tools you know? What are the important libraries you are having from Python? You have to mention those keywords. You have to mention those keywords. You should not go with irrelevant keywords. Okay, it should, if it is technology based, you have to go with that IT related keywords. And if you are going with some kind of process executive role or that thing in the sense, so you have to mention that relevant keywords. Okay, and if you are incorporating anything naturally means that is what you have to prepare it. Okay, if you are incorporating, you have to prepare on that particular skill set. Okay, so whatever 100 known skills or 100 known keywords you have mentioned, only one keyword which is I'm not aware of me, please prepare that keyword. Okay, please prepare that skill. It's very important. Maybe the interviewer, that is hiring manager, can expect anything from that particular skill set. So whatever the keywords you are mentioning, that should be more effective. Okay. And then balance keyword usages. Okay. You are mentioning so many skill sets in that or so many keywords in that means it's not that much good. So what are the important, very important keywords that you have to mention in your resume? Okay. And that is what avoid keyword stuffing. Okay. So I'm having hundreds and hundreds of skill sets. I can upload everything in that means no. Okay. So which is very relevant and very important for a job role, A job role or B job role. You have to mention that particular keywords only. Okay, so how to customize my resume? Okay, what are the things I can prefer? Okay, so select the right format. Chronological order is very important and functional basis. So, for example, if you are applying for the data scientist role, okay, so first you have worked on the data collection part only. In a one first project, you have worked only on the data collection. In second project, you have worked on the data collection, annotation, and modeling. Okay, in the third project, you have worked in the full phase. So what you have to do, chronological order is important, and along with that, it should be in the functional base. Okay, so the combination of formats should be more attractive. Okay, and whatever the projects you are mentioning, that should be more readable. Okay, if you are mentioning everything in the paragraph format, it won't be that much suitable. Okay, so hiring manager won't have that much of time to go through each and every lines of that paragraph. So what you have to do, you can go with some kind of visualization. Okay, you can give some kind of pie chart or different highlighted boldness or italic words. So you can go with some kind of layout. So it will be attractive and so if I'm having thousands of resume, so you will like a outstanding resume. So we can pick it for the interview call. Okay. And then so what is the next thing in the sense? Cover letter. Okay. So whatever the technical aspects and experiences related thing you have mentioned in your resume, some personal interest I'm having. Okay. I want to convey this to my hiring manager. Okay. May or may not be useful for this job role. So I want to convey this in the sense what you can do means you can mention those important points in your cover letter. Okay. The personal touch and whatever the interest you want to convey, that you can mention it in your cover letter, not in the resume. So resume, it's all about your technical aspects and whatever the job description they have mentioned. So for that, you can go with it. So if you have completed any certificate related course or if you have worked on any projects, but that is not that much relevant to your job role, you can mention those things in your cover letter. Maybe hiring manager can get some new things from your cover letters. Okay. And finally, tips and best practices. So if you are preparing some kind of resume, okay, for any of job role A, B, C, so you have to ensure that document everything is correct, the spellings and format, whatever the subtopics you are mentioning, everything should be relevant. And you are mentioning some keywords, skill sets, it should be relevant to that job role. So whether it is there or not, or I need to change anything. And ATS score, applicant tracking system is there, right? So the based on the tracking system, you should get some more information. Okay, you can get some more key points from that ATM system. So you will get few more things to add or few more things we can remove it from the resume. And we can seek some feedbacks from our higher professionals, or if you are having any mentor, you can get some advisory things from there. Okay. And whatever the resume you're applying, that should be current. So if you have learned any new skill sets, you can mention in that. Okay. So whether it is relevant or irrelevant, if it is very relevant, update it in the prioritize. If it is irrelevant, you can go with the secondary set. Okay. And engaging in networking. That means we are having LinkedIn, Naukri. Okay. So many platforms to apply for the job. Okay. So you can stay connected with the more professionals in ABC company, XYZ company to get more interview calls. So these are the few tips and tricks we can ensure to get job interviews. Okay. And what are the few job portals you are asking? So I have mentioned about LinkedIn, Naukri, like that Shine is there, Quicker Jobs is there, Indeed, Upwork. Okay. So in Google also for jobs, jobs for her. So many portals are there. You can get connected with the hiring manager in that Capgemini or Deloitte or KPMG, PW. So whatever the company, the dream company you are having, so for that hiring manager, okay, you can send a message through these kind of job portals, or you can apply it in a website also. Okay, so many of them saying no, there is no vacancy in data scientist role or data analyst role. If you are entering into Foundate or LinkedIn, you will get so many job roles over India. Okay, across India or across worldwide, we are having n number of job roles for freshers as well as for the experiences. Okay, for a data scientist job role, for data analyst job role, okay, or data engineering job role also. So we can find it from there. So what are the relevant keywords we are having for data scientist job role? Okay, so here we are having some technical skills, analytical skills, business understanding, data management, soft skills. So you will get some key points here. You can take a screenshot of it also. Okay, so from here, this is what. So I'm having so many stuff of keywords here. You should not mention all the keywords in that resume. So the job description is very important. So based on that job description, you have to mention your skill sets. Okay. So what are the frequently asked questions? How could you improve your career progress? So I'm not aware of developer, or that is, I'm not aware of the front end. So I can get some, I can take some time to learn to become a better developer. Okay, in the front end. So why do you worry about it? What are the things you are worrying about it? You will get this kind of questions. So it is out of the technical point of view. So you should be little bit connect with your technical things and we can answer it. Okay, give me some example of creativity. How do you feel about night shifts and weekend shifts? Okay, are you willing to relocate? Okay, or traveling? If there is any career gap, so why you got this career gap? So these kind of frequently asked questions you can expect in your interviews. Okay, so if it is related to technical base, then it will be more in um, key plus point to get that job. Okay, so now we are coming into the last, but not least. I don't know anything with certainty. Okay, but seeing the star, makes me dream. So I'm not having any idea about the job role, but based on the job description, I got some kind of interest on the job role. So based on that job description, you can tailor your resume and start to apply for that particular jobs. Okay, for your dream jobs in your dream companies also. Okay, so now I'm having a resume. I want to tailor it. So what I have to do? So for that, we are providing a application which is Resume Optimization Hub. So if you are visiting our website 360digitmg.com, in our learning resources, you can see the Resume Optimization Hub. Okay, so we can commonly call it as Row Hub. So what is the use of this Row Hub? Okay, what it will do? One second. So what it will do? So I'm having a existing resume. I want to tailor it. So what you can do? You can upload that resume and whatever the job role you're looking for, you can take that job description. Okay, you can take that job description and you can enter it. So based on your existing resume and job description, what are the relevant keywords you are having and what are the irrelevant keywords you are having, you will get it. Okay, and also you will get the ATS score also. So based on that, we can improve our resume here. Okay, so you can visit it and tailor your resume and start applying for the jobs. Thank you so much for your time, and we will meet